Oh, shit.
All right. Like how I fixed that, guys.
I do like that. It looks sweet.
Yeah.
And Drew's on there for much longer than just I could read it was
fine.
like introducing and it was gone. I'm like, fuck, man, where'd he go?
I know.
Nope.
Well, I was thinking about it today. I'm like, well, so if it's cutting off the beginning, cutting off the end, I gotta make those longer. And I was like, well, why don't I just put the two videos together and make it just all into the intro, so I don't have to worry about messing around and blah 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 blah. How's it going, guys? Wrestle Fandom Radio.
It's going. What's going on?
Why does everybody seem
It's
so
going good.
dour?
No,
me.
I've been doing
Trying to
extracurricular
make
activities.
sure
I'm up, baby. Cavs are up 2-0 in the playoffs. Guardians are in first place in all of baseball. I'm feeling good, dude. Feeling good. Wrestling's great. No complaints from here.
Wow. Drew is just on another level tonight. Garrett, why do you look like somebody peed in your cereal? Because it wasn't me. It was not.
Someone did, in fact, pee in
It wasn't me. I'm too far away.
So,
my fault we don't eat Wheaties.
fuck cornflakes. Fuck cornflakes. Anyways, so we had quite a bit of wrestling to talk about, guys.
Wrestling.
There've
We
been
do.
some wrestling.
Some wrestling.
Some wrestling. Well, so let's start off with SmackDown. Who watched SmackDown? Raise your hand. Anybody?
I probably did. I can't remember it, but I watched it.
I did it this week. That's my bad. I was editing the comic book pages.
I can't imagine why Todd doesn't remember something.
Yeah.
If you want to know why Todd doesn't remember something, check out last Saturday's 420 special. It'll answer a lot of questions about me and Todd.
Truth.
Early.
I really don't remember. I remember watching it, like absolutely 100% watched it from.
Well, I remember you. I remember you were texting about it in the group chat. So Garrett, talk to us about SmackDown. How'd it go?
Pretty good as far as I can remember as well. No, I'm really happy.
Awesome explanation of SmackDown this week, guys.
That was SmackDown, everybody.
I'm already really happy with the direction that the new Bloodline stuff is going. Obviously, that is the big stuff. I liked the way everything was presented. The way Tama Tonga brought out a bleeding Kevin Owens, and they just and then later on you see the car smashed and destroyed. It was awesome for sure.
So
I lied. I did see that part. It was good.
This is what I'm digging about this new Bloodline thing. Is they've completely gone from 180, going from that heel, like, oh, we're going to cheat and do, power by numbers, do whatever to win, to now they're bottom of the food chain, but they're badasses all fuck.
Right.
Like, Tonga and Solo are a hell of a force by just the two of them.
Already, and everyone who's in on anything is just waiting for Jacob to show up. Which I think they'll wait until Jimmy comes back. So I think Jimmy will come back, just trying to get at the both of them, and then just when you think that like he might have some type of upper hand to like surprise them, Jacob, and it's the three of them, and Jimmy will be completely outnumbered. Maybe Jay comes to the rescue, maybe he doesn't. But I think that the three of them will just raise hell, and it'll be a long time, like a ways. And then Roman returns to save the day. And how crazy would that be? He was the ultimate heel for 3.5 years. And he's probably going to come back as like semi-face. You know what I mean? To like, I don't know. But I don't
It'll
see
be
it.
a big pop too. Huge pop.
Oh, he'll come back to a huge pop. But
But like the kind that they wanted to force with him initially is what they'll get now. With
It's what they'll
actually
get now.
investing
Exactly.
into the guy.
Yeah.
see, and that's the thing. He can play off as a heel now because he's had that long, or come back as a face because his heel run was so, I hate to say it, but iconic. And like right now, Solo and Tonga, even though they're not nearly as well known as the other two were, but it gives me like that outsiders kind of vibe between the two of them. Like it's almost not even in the company; they're just kind of coming out and just wrecking hell. And I'm totally on board for that. I'm 100% down for that.
Right.
So before we go to the next part, we would not be here right now if all our parents didn't fuck. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about our sponsor, Seasonal Sports.
Have you ever found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports. Okay, I'm going to do all the podcasts with
Seasonal Sports.
So, next up,
Low-end Macho Man.
last
forgot.
night.
A little something.
Go ahead.
Something of some new belts floating around now. Some upgraded belts.
The WWE tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
Speed title.
What?
We talked about the tag belts last week.
Right, but then SmackDown, they
Then
got
SmackDown.
No, you're right.
they got
They
their
are cool.
they got their fresh ones, which was a really good segment because A-Town Down Under were running their mouths, just being complete jerks, wouldn't shake Triple H's hand, and Nick Aldis,
Triple H wasn't out there. That was Alpha that was out there.
And they went. He went in on them, and then who won the contendership match for that? Damn it, I can't remember now. Oh, was it New Day? Was it?
Yeah, hold on.
No.
And we're super well prepared today, guys.
I told you I didn't watch SmackDown.
No, because they're not. The New Day's not on there.
Street Profits.
Street Profits. So, I mean, I don't think the Street Profits are going to win. Maybe this is where I finally get my heel turn. I'm clamoring for it.
I'm with you, but I don't think so. It's just I don't know, man.
I like if they're not good, they're so good as a tag team, right?
Yeah.
They're so good. If they're not going to be given the titles, there are plenty of other tag teams that can job. You don't want those two jobbing. They're not
And,
teams.
and the
So
wrestling
here's the
gear
thing.
matches, so that checks a lot of boxes for me.
I think that Montez Ford is going to get a solo push. And I think they're testing it out now with that show with him and Bianca.
Right.
And so I think Montez is going to get that solo push, and that's kind of why they're sitting there just treading water right now, not knowing which way they're going.
Because
Yeah,
they know they
that-
got a bona fide star on their hands.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I've been saying. This is why I want my heel turn. I want I want Hopkins to take another pin because it's usually him, and then but I feel like other people have also been, snapping and turning, like on Raw when Giovanni got kicked out of Imperium, literally kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drop kick was so crazy that the crowd was chanting "Holy shit!" Like it looked. They probably trained professionals, but it looked awesome.
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
like it legit would have taken his head off. So yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if they'll heel turn Montez, because unless they heel turn Bianca too, I kind of see them keeping them both. Kind of like what they did with Becky and Seth. Like, even though, like, you know, he was what the hell was he, Mr. Mrs. Two Belts or whatever, Mr. the Champ or whatever he was. But then he turned heel, and then when she came back, she was heel. So, like, they were both, like, kind of heel at the same time. And when, like, let's be honest, like, Bianca and Montez, like, that's totally WWE trying to be PC. And even though they're both bona fide superstars in their own respect, WWE is trying to do that extra push. And I don't know if they are going to heel turn them because, oh, look what WWE's doing. They're taking, you know, and they're making bad guys. I just don't see that happening. Especially, like, I wouldn't be surprised in the next year you see Montez Ford in talks for being champ. You know what I mean? Like, if he gets big enough pop. Like, we all know how quickly everything in this business can change. Like, overnight. Oh, Garrett, you're gonna be champ. Tomorrow morning we wake up and now Kate's champ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I really don't know which way they're gonna go with that. I don't know. Either way, I would love to see Bianca as a heel. I think I would like Bianca better as a heel, honestly.
Right now,
I
they
agree.
need a black female wrestler, and she is it. Because Jade Cargill is going to be face, heel? I'm not sure yet. But I think Bianca right now is still doing too good of a job for them to flip that on her. But, again, they could do that. I mean,
yeah, she's not, like, for people like us, you know, analyzing sit here, but like for the everyday fan, she's absolutely not stale yet. The crowd isn't stale. And once the crowd becomes stale, that's been, you know, like we've seen the trends all the time. Like when Becky turned and punched what's her name in the face, boom, that was it. Joe.
So, and I know I told it before, but when I went to SummerSlam, one of the craziest moments for me was so there's a girl in the row ahead of me about 4 seats to my right. Sitting right at the end, it's her and like her mom or whatever. And this girl must have been like 7 or 8. And she's got her hair in a braid. Bianca's music's on. She's singing it. She's whipping her hair around, you know. Bianca wins. This girl, like, you would have thought that, like, she just met Santa, the Easter Bunny, and won the lottery all at once. And then the cash-in happens. You would have thought that somebody then told this girl that's Santa and the Easter Bunny, you know, and full-out tears, crying. Her mom's consoling her. It's okay, babe. It's okay. Honey, it's all right. No, shh. That is the power, 1, of wrestling, and 2, of Bianca's star power. Like, she might not be over with us, but she's not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to be over with the kids. And, like, she absolutely is over with the kids. Why not bring Mr. Bianca Belair into the picture with that?
Right.
Wholesome couple, everything else. Like, that makes far more sense than for a storyline turning Street Profits heel.
Right.
Or you might split them up. Montez stays face.
No.
You know.
Yeah. No. I'm saying what I've been saying is after like another loss, Montez will just snap and attack Dawkins and he'll get a meteoric rise out of that.
See, I see it the opposite. I see Dawkins attacking Ford stopping it, and Ford is now your face. or you know what I mean? Dawkins is now your heel. There's a program right there. Like that program writes itself.
Yeah.
And they do it correctly, unlike the Enzo Cass thing, because they're both hot messes.
Right.
You know? So next, let's talk about who is the most important woman oh, Drew, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't see it.
Sorry,
Oh,
just my weekly plug for Ohio. Why are they gonna do my guy Dawkins like that? Like, come on, man, come on. Okay, that was it.
Your hand's still up, Drew.
put your
I
hand
don't know how
down,
to put it
boy.
down. I don't know how to put it down.
What do I do with my hands?
Let's talk about the most important woman in WWE right now. The winner of the
Stephanie
Battle
McMahon.
Royale.
Stuff.
Becky Lynch. Becky is our women's champ again.
I don't agree.
No.
So,
See,
no,
Drew is so upset he left.
that's disgusted. He just left.
That's intense.
I mean, anybody who watched our
How you
older,
gonna do that? How you gonna do that? Why you give it to Becky? She don't need it.
she doesn't. She doesn't.
Hey, she's so made. She don't need it. She'll be made when Rhea comes back. She'll be made. Make Nia. She's unstoppable, right? Come on. Field me a heel. Can't do it right. What are you doing?
It was such the safe play. Like so far, it's the first wrong move in the Paul Levesque era. It's not the worst move. It's just the wrong move.
It's not the worst move, but come on, man.
See, I love it. I absolutely love it.
You would. You would.
Two big reasons. Besides that and Becky's stats, because Becky deserves to be in that conversation, because that's what it is.
Don't get me wrong. Becky is great. I like Becky, and I like Liv.
We've done this show, on other platforms for years. I've talked her praises. I love Becky. I just don't think it's unnecessary. Like you said, pad in the stats.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Now you have the option to. All right, so you literally they started a program last night between Liv, Nia, and Becky. So now you
Did they include Nia? Are they going to
100%.
include Nia?
You're right. But I see that going into like a triple threat going into SummerSlam. And then whomever wins that, then Becky takes a break, and then you got a program between the two of them. Whoever wins
Well,
that.
why even do that then?
But it'll be Liv. You still don't get Nia, because by then, Revenge Tour will be complete and it's done, and she's done everything she needs. So it either should have been Liv or Nia. Period. Because yes, the whole Revenge Tour probably would have gotten cut short, but at the same time, it's like, well, she came back, she took out the champ, who was the person who took her out, and then won the Battle Royale to get the title. That would have been great. That would have been great too. Again, I was pushing for it because I just think it should be her for right now. So, but I don't know. What are your guys' theories? What do you?
I don't have any theories, but there was one spot, you're probably gonna know which one I'm talking about, where Piper Niven and Nia are outside, and she goes to pick her up, and I'm just like, oh my God, your knees, please don't do this. I thought she was gonna. It didn't look good, but I thought it was gonna be so much worse, and I'm glad that it wasn't.
Yeah.
The match itself was great once you and I like how they kind of gave everybody a little bit of time to shine a little bit. Like Chelsea Green got her chance to shine.
Yeah.
What's Casey Canzaro's name now? Katana something.
Katana Chance.
Yes. So Katana, she got her. Everybody got their own little spot, but coming into that, we all knew who were going to be the final four, final three. You know what I mean? We knew where that was going, and I thought not going with the logical either Nia or Liv was kind of the correct choice. So they can kind of better gauge who they want to put that belt on going forward. Do they end the Revenge Tour, or guess what? Does the Revenge Tour go on another leg because Liv didn't win? And now she's going to come back through, you know?
Yeah.
So let us talk about something that I'll put it all in one. First, as of January, Vince McMahon no longer has a no-compete clause.
Yeah.
That is something I don't ever see him going to another.
It won't happen. It's fun to joke around about, but it's never gonna happen. He's not gonna do it. He's in way too much trouble.
Yeah.
Have you? Well, that might be true, but I mean, listen to the Undertaker and a couple of the other made guys talk about Vince dying on the road. I kind of don't think that it's out of the question.
I just
It's
feel
also
like
professional wrestling, so nothing's ever off the table, right?
True. I
Is it
just,
business?
yeah. I don't know. I feel like he has too much of an ego and too much pride to show up
To
and,
let
like,
this go away. He's like, nah.
Right. So he finally released a statement in regards to that. We'll just call it a shitty scandal that's been going on with him.
But
So I found this very, very curious, and like at work, I'm a union steward, so I kind of understand like some of the stuff that they're talking about, which is like he might get out of this relatively publicly unscathed any more than he already is.
of course he will.
So Vince McMahon has filed a motion to compel arbitration in response to the ongoing Grant versus WWE case. So, in his defense, McMahon argues that the NDA signed by both parties includes an arbitration clause indicating that any dispute should be resolved through private rather than in public court. So, that being said,
Oh, Jesus.
she might not actually have a lawsuit, but they might have to come to terms with stuff behind closed doors that we'll never, ever, ever know any more details.
Right.
Because
It'll just really go away.
Because if you think about it too, she could agree to a $10 million settlement, right? He could turn around and sue her in court for violating that NDA, because obviously she did, if we know what we know.
Yeah. And he'll win that.
Oh, 100%.
And he'd win that. And then, and then somehow he'd be back on top, and that'd be insane.
So her lawyer had a response to all this, and her lawyer said, Vince McMahon has never known a storyline that he doesn't twist to fit his own shameful narrative. Her father was in in-home hospice during his final days, where Janelle continued to care for him around the clock. Prior to his death, she had been caring for her blind, wheelchair-bound mother. Using the grief of someone who lost both her parents is an all-new level of disgusting. Because so Vince is saying in there that like there was no coercion, it was all consensual, everything else, and her lawyer's arguing that, well, she was kind of distraught, and Vince is responding like her parents died like 4 years before I met her. So it's like this back and forth thing. I don't see the court case itself going through. I see this kind of ending here. Because at the end of the day, if, I don't know, and maybe it's just my opinion of the humans in general, but if somebody's like, here, you have an opportunity to have your truth told, or here's $20 million. What is 99.9% of the population doing? Because I know what I'm doing. I am going to take my wallet. I'm going to open it up, and you pour that money right inside it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I will take. Chances are, dude, $20 million that could set me and my kids and my grandkids and everybody. So I got shit on.
Well,
that's just me.
Personally. First off, Joe, in our line of work, chances are we've gotten shit on us, and we make what we make. So I'm just saying.
Is anybody else lagging?
You seem fine.
But Drew, I've seen Drew lag a couple times.
Because it seemed like I was talking about what I was just talking about, and then it started lagging. I didn't know if the FBI was about to.
Oh, probably.
The
The FBI are always watching, especially when Rush Limbaugh is on the case.
Yeah, yeah. It's either the FBI or the the NSA. It's one of them. So you never know.
So for the second time, I'd like to go to our next reoccurring segment. Kicking right.
Didn't we skip a segment? We skipped a segment, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. It's there. It's in the notes.
All right. So
they
I want you
exactly
guys to
so.
repeat the next 10 seconds. Repeat it for a long time. So 60. I can't do that, man. Todd is super awesome, super sexy. He's a stud. And can I say? Now just repeat that a lot. Anyways, back to Kicking Rocks.
Close enough.
I love you, Todd. I'll make it up to you.
What's
So
up,
details of The Rock's WWE contract have been revealed. Now, I want to point out there are certain parts of this contract that have been redacted, which I find very, very interesting.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, a lot of stuff, the redacted stuff is I can come back at any time and wrestle, and it's redacted. So the public won't know who he might come back and do a program with.
Cody.
One notable aspect is a provision allowing Dwayne Johnson, subject to WWE's approval, to enlist third-party service providers for assistance in developing concepts, scripts, and storylines. WWE has agreed to reimburse $7, Johnson's production company, for the costs incurred for such service providers. Interestingly, the contract specifies engagement with one individual, the name of whom is redacted. So, he's essentially being like, yo, Hollywood scriptwriters, write me a storyline. He has the ability now to bypass WWE writers to write his own storyline against this one individual redacted, Roman Reigns. Let's be honest. It's got to be Roman. Either Roman or Cody, one of the two.
Yeah, but if they're gonna write their own thing, it would then have to be Roman because it's they're both kind of gonna be doing the same thing now. You know what I mean? So they can just bring. The thing is that they're not doing it because it will include nobody else. It doesn't have to dip in to then WWE's creative. It doesn't have to consult anybody, so it'd have to be Roman. If that's the deal and that's the redacted, it's got to be Roman.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So the other, as previously disclosed, Johnson receives $30 million in TKO equity transferred to him periodically as part of the agreement. However, it remains unclear if his entire compensation is guaranteed in the event of termination. So, they're bringing up, all right, it's almost like NFL contract. All right, does he have guaranteed money? What bonuses does he have to hit to make all his money? But, unless it came out that The Rock was a serial killer, I don't see any reason for them to have to terminate their contract.
No, he's big. He's big money. Look how popular wrestling became again, and he came back. You can't deny that the two things happening at the same. You know what I mean? Like it's a factor. You know, it's been huge. Go to any Walmart and try to buy wrestlers right now. Go to, like, we all live, except for you, Drew. We all live, you know, around, you know, within an hour of how many different Walmarts. Go to one. I know because I tried, and it's like I went to North Utica. One Bianca Bel, if I can talk, Belair left. One. That's it. It was the only one. Todd, don't say anything. Todd, I know you want to say something.
Nah.
I know what you want to say, Todd. But no, but
I hate Ronda Rousey more.
Oh,
I like Ronda. I've always liked Ronda.
oh, she's just annoying.
Why keeps running her mouth?
At this
I
point,
don't
yeah,
understand.
it's like, what are you doing?
She's literally trying to stay relevant just because.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't understand what she's been doing lately with, and I don't know if she's like trying
That's
to.
the only thing I could think of. She's obviously not doing UFC anymore, and I hope she never does any kind of wrestling ever again. And like,
Well, if she does come back, Todd, you know it's going to be on the independents, and she's going to be able to wrestle for however long she wants, whoever she wants, however she wants.
So she's gonna go down to the independents and like rip arms out.
Yo, so ICW, fork over the cash, guys. Todd wants to beat Ronda Rousey.
no, because she could also kill me. I understand this.
You know, like
I would never, you know, I just don't, you know, like I wasn't a fan of her as a wrestler, but now I'm just not a fan of her, period, because it's just getting worse and worse as it goes on. And it's just like,
So I'm gonna clip this, send it to her on Twitter, and I hope, but I'm gonna redub it. So it's gonna be you saying, I'm gonna fuck up Ronda Rousey. Actually, I'll just read what I'm saying right now and just put it over you and send it to her on Twitter.
Put his address in there. Meet me at this address on this day.
Well, dude, Seth Rollins already came to his house today. Like, you never know, man.
we're on air. She's just walking in the back, just chokes him around.
choke me out. That'd be fucking crazy.
Do you guys hear Joan Jett? He just kicks the door open.
So let's switch over a little bit to the other company.
What other company?
DNA?
Yeah.
Dude, I guess
Broken
during a
Matt
TNA match, somebody almost lost an ear.
Yeah, broken Matt Hardy's back. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that. So I mean, there's that.
We had
Yeah, there is that.
We had AEW Dynasty this weekend. Did anybody have a chance to watch, see anything about
I
it?
saw some clips and a
I
couple
seen clips. I haven't gotten to watch. I'm being told to watch the Osprey
Danielson,
match because it was like near perfect, and I
This just shows you how much I was paying attention at the time. It actually was in St. Louis, 30 minutes from where I live. I didn't go.
You could have gone.
I could
could have gone to Dynasty. You could have gone to Dynasty.
The best wrestling match ever. A lot of my friends did and was like, I think I messed up.
I muted Drew. I muted him. He's in trouble. You're
Is
in
he in
trouble.
jail? Is Drew
He
in
doesn't
jail?
know because he was trying to talk and he's like, wait, hang on. He's muted. Oh, then he muted himself.
How? I didn't touch anything.
Hey, you already got. Do you want to go back in the corner?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I think I think Swerve winning was definitely a good choice. He's super popular right now. He's always a really good wrestler. It was always the trajectory for him. It's perfect. It's a good time. Samoa Joe was great champ as always because he just always is. He's for AEW, just like Moxley was. He's always going to be a safe champion for them, which is also kind of how I feel about Becky winning that's a safe championship. You know what I mean? So, Swerve winning it was awesome. Jericho took the Vanity belt, the FTW belt. Yeah.
Everybody like froze up on me for a couple seconds.
Yeah, you went really fast.
Yeah.
A minute ago.
Like you headbutted the camera or something.
Yeah, it was weird. I was a little scared.
Boom.
And then
Did
Tony
watch.
is just taking shots at WWE. So
That's what I watched. Like, I'm digging it, dude. She's a great heel.
I saw a picture from that press conference and she looked like the fucking Joker.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
I was kind of digging.
Timeless Tony Storm. She's crushing it. She's definitely letting her feet. You know. I'm sure a lot of it's real. But all the best drama really was. You know what I mean? So. Everyone still loves the Montreal screw job. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the best stuff was real. So.
Right. So Todd pointed something out very interesting, and I didn't even think about it, but I should have. Was the next pay-per-view is where, Todd?
France. Oh, oui.
And me. And then the following one is at
Scotland. Which we all know whatever match Drew McIntyre is in, he's gonna win. I mean, it's just
right. I was actually I really
it'll be against Sheamus. 100%.
Yeah.
It has to.
like it.
It's what they're seeing up.
Scotland beating Ireland, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
if they do anything else,
And
I'll
then
be
a huge fucking riot happens between Scotland and Ireland because of that match. It's just
you got a bunch of guys running each other, trying to bro kick and Claymore kick each other.
Yeah.
drunk as fuck.
Just in a giant field, just running at each other. Boom!
Jumping way too soon, landing like 10 feet before him.
But it didn't.
So I don't even know
click to me.
whatever pay-per-views in July. Is that? I don't even know what that one is. That's the next one to be in the U.S.
The next one is isn't SummerSlam out of the country this year too?
No, King of the Ring is.
Yes. Oh, are you going to go to that, Drew?
No.
No.
No, not happening.
No. I got money to spend on making comics. I don't have time to do this.
Right. So I don't know. I was just pumped that, because I was looking, I'm like, oh, sweet, it's at 1:00.
But that's the cool part about both of them is they'll be early as fuck, so you don't have to fucking. I'm old. It's hard for me to stay up late.
When I'm off the day before, so I know I'll be home at 1:00, so I don't have to take the day off to watch a pay-per-view.
Right.
Huge in my world.
Huge.
People just follow the channel, smash the like or whatever the kids say today.
Bottom the like button.
We're gonna keep trying to put more content out. Yeah, the thumbs up thing, thumb more with it or something. But we're gonna just keep trying to just dump stuff out on you. As no pun intended, right, Vince?
Not like
Too soon.
But yeah, just follow the channel, look for all the different stuff. We'll be coming out with different shows, just different one-offs. And yeah, Drew's gonna share it all over his area. I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna be going door to door. Excuse me, can I this video?
Well, like the funny thing is, 2 summers ago I was in DC, and I don't remember what shirt I had on. It might have been an NWO shirt or something. And I'm at the Declaration of Independence, right? And there's this security guard there, and he's probably about 6'6", like 350-pound big black dude. And he goes, "Excuse me, sir, come here." And I'm like, and Maria's looking at me. She's like, "What the fuck did you do now?"
What you do?
Because the funny thing is, I had like whispered in her ear. I go, "If Nicolas Cage can do it, so can I." And then like 10
First of all, that's
later,
not even a true statement.
So like 10 seconds later, this dude is like, "You over here," and she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, how did he hear me? There's like 6 people in this room. He's on the other side of the room. I'm like, so I go, I come up to him like, "Yes, sir." Like I'm thinking I'm about to get just, and he goes, "You watch?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, it's an Apple Watch." And he goes, he like points at my shirt. He goes, "You still watch?" And I go, "Oh, hell yeah." I go, "Actually, I have a podcast," and Garrett's dad had made a business card, and I gave the guy the business card for the podcast, and like sat there for like 15 minutes talking to him about wrestling and everything. So I get back, and Maria's like, hands on her hips. "So, what did you do?" I go, "Nothing. He just likes wrestling like I do." And she's like, it was pretty funny. But yeah, Drew, so go door to door in your area.
Yeah.
Like pamphlets, like Jehovah's Witness.
You're
that
okay
shit.
on some business cards. If also you want to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus while you're at it, can you please do that?
Do what you gotta
I
do.
will.
Sounds like-
Jesus,
That's Hulk Hogan in this scenario, right? Or wait, who is that?
What?
See you guys next week.
Wow.
That was an aggressive.
WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and you're watching Wrestle Fandom. Holla!